Alright, so I guess I'll post a YouTube video on the Google is Evil style channel. Google, Evil Google, Evil Google, something like that. Anyway, yeah, Pyro made a couple of more videos, and that was good. So at least somebody played along. Appreciate that. It's kind of dismal. It's kind of very hard to initiate any kind of protest as one individual. Especially when you're demanding so much from people. I mean, to oblige them to put the words Google is evil in a title. Oh my God. What a terrible thing to impose on people. But anyway, the burden. All that typing. It's way too much. Yeah, well, I guess, they have to have something actually relevant to say, I guess, and people don't have anything relevant to say, I suppose. But to me, it's kind of important. And Google's gotten away with this crap for a long time. Let's not forget the algorithmically demoted bullshit, And it's all these subtleties. I mean, they have control over the index, and you can see it. They've created all kinds of flaws in it that just provide opportunity for all kinds of malicious behavior. I mean, you've probably noticed this. You'll do a search, and then you reload that search 5 minutes later, and the results are different. And then you reload the search 5 minutes later, and they're back to what they were before. And then you reload it, and they're screwed up again. And it's not because of the browser saving a copy. No, it's because their results change. And they'll have some excuse like, well, their computers update at different times in different regions, and depends on what server, and blah, blah, blah. But it's all bullshit. It shouldn't take hours for that to happen. And it takes hours sometimes. Sometimes a video won't show up on a related keyword that's in the tags or in the title for hours. And then it's only in there for a couple of hours. Even though it says today or search for 24 hours, you presume 24 hours, you're not going to see it. And so there's all, I'm just saying with that, as soon as you create some noise, some errors, then it gives them excuse or reason or cause or ability to create errors, to create discriminations that you'll never know anything about. This will all be disguised in the general brokenness that exists. And it's just bullshit. So anyway, I did post a comment on Pyro's video, just pointed out again that we really should have a public library style alternative to this bullshit. We should have something pure where the card catalog just has the basics. Here's the title of the book, here's the subject of the book, here's the author of the book, blah blah blah, and none of this spammy marketing crap. Just an accurate description of what you can expect when you go to that website. And that's the way everything should be indexed. Clear, concise, to the point, related to basic concepts that we're all interested in. None of this bullshit where you're advertising the word free when you're not giving anything away. I mean, that's just a lie. I mean, it's just lies all over the place. And all these assholes, I guess, out there, I mean, there are a lot of them. I mean, the people into technology and on the internet early are all a bunch of people who found a niche for themselves, a way to resell something, a way to rip people off who are technically naive. And so there's a ton of these little entrepreneurs out there who are making their living basically just stealing money from people. And of course they're going to defend the system, as the system's providing them a living. The brokenness is something they can exploit. I bitched about this 10 years ago because when Google started to get control of the market, everybody was trying to come up with engineered ways to get in the top 10 on Google, to spam the algorithm, to make the algorithm think their website deserved to be in the top 10. And they called it SEO, Search Engine Optimization. And they would hide keywords in invisible text and put it in the tiny text, or all these little fucking games people would play. And, no one did anything to stop it. And that's what the game became. The game became not who's got the best content on the internet, but who's got the best spammers on the internet, who's got the best fleet of racketeers who will fuck the system up to get you where you want to be. And the system was completely compromised, and it's still compromised today. And now Google even encourages this behavior. It rewards it overtly. And especially if the company brings them some money, because that's really the game. So if the company has a little bit of a, buy some AdSense from Google, then they're going to look the other way if they're cheat a little bit on the regular index too, and maybe even Google give them a little boost, a little cheat in the regular index, because Google's getting financed by them. So why wouldn't it reward them for paying them? Any customer who pays you, you're going to treat differently than one that doesn't pay you. Just common fucking sense. So anyway, so let's just go back again. Yahoo started off as a guy in a university dorm room just saying, let's index the internet. It's too sloppy out there. I don't know. And it was all basically just university sites in the beginning, most of the content, like 80% of it. And so, so that was where it all started, with this idea that, let's build an index. We've got to have some way to search this thing. And it was rationally motivated. And then, somebody one day walked up and said, well, I'll give you a couple $1 million for your search engine. And the guy said, well, $2 million is $2 million or whatever he got. And he took it, and that's the end of Yahoo. It turned into crap. Google, the only difference 10 years later when Google showed up, 7 years later, whatever the number is, was now there was a bunch of other little competitors out there, Alta Vista, All the Web, and InfoSeek, and they were all a commodity. I mean, people were creating search engines because they could see they could sell the damn things if they made one that actually got popular. And but the naive little Google guys at first, they were just doing their little Stanford University thing and saying, well, we're brainiacs. We can figure out a way to index this internet without no human resources. We don't have to look at websites. We don't have to do anything. We'll just send a little spider out, and he'll look at the content, this little robot, and he'll decide what the website is. And he'll check the links, and see how many other websites are linking to it, and he'll figure out whether it's good content or bad content based on how many links it has to it. And yes, of course, new websites will be fucked, and we won't be able to find any gold. It'll just sit there and polish the gold that already exists. So it'll make the popular super popular, but it won't do anything to make a fair competition. But anyway, people will like it because it'll get them what they want, which is nude photos of Britney Spears. And at that time it was Pamela Anderson, whatever. So that was the game. And then what happened? Oh, they realized, oh shit, we can make some money off this fucker. Some really big money. And so let's not just take a good amount of money. No, we're going to go all the way. We're going to issue the stock in a special way. We're going to have a public offering in a special loopy way. Because we want to make a super double, triple killing. So they made $10 billion each. And, Stanford University got 43 cents. And the American people got nothing back on their investment because obviously they basically financed Stanford with foundation money and whatever you call that, when the government finances some kind of bullshit these universities do. So like the moon launch thing, somehow all the good technology gets grabbed up by a bunch of these fucking capitalist bastards. And what does the people get? Well, we spend the $10 billion at the time, which was a lot of money, to go to the goddamn moon, and I don't know, Kellogg's is making money off of it. Make sense out of that. We don't get nothing back though. The people, fuck the people. So anyway, so this really is. It's all about this. It's big corporation is Big Brother. People have been so focused on Big Brother government. Ooh, scary, scary. And its welfare checks. And it's lost all focus on the real evil, which is the big corporations. They were going to run our fucking lives. They are running our fucking lives. They're running our fucking internet. And, but it's just too much work to put Google as evil in the title. So, guess that'll have to be the way it goes. We'll have to just accept their censorship and control, because it's just too much work to say no. Yeah. So anyway. I'm just being sarcastic. I'm just a little disappointed. But anyway, whatever. I'm always disappointed. Yeah, so there's nothing to do there. No big tragedy. So anyway, yeah, that's probably enough for this video. I'll do an economics video and post it on the other location. And yeah, we'll just have to see how things go. So I'll just make these as rare as possible. I was just going to do like update videos on I forgot the name of it. YouTube. That's it. On YouTube, and point to the other videos. But then I'm saying, well, that's just to YouTube's advantage. Because then I'm making a nice short video, which they want. So that's bad. So fuck that. So if I'm going to post a YouTube video, I really should try to make it long enough to be a pain in the ass, so they don't get any value out of it. So I can spend a good deal of time insulting them, Google, instead of letting them, get away scot-free, so to speak. So anyway, yeah, that's enough of a video. So anyway, thanks, Pyro, and such. Until next time, and such. Yeah, it'd be me. Extra 3 minutes, might as well use them, so I guess I will do some more Google crap. Yeah, back it on that video. With this whole internet indexing thing, the whole everything about everything, why don't we want alternatives? And why shouldn't the government provide some? What's the big deal? I just don't get it. I don't get people's hostility towards the idea of hiring people and maybe paying them too much, maybe, but no millionaires, no stockholders, no other bullshit. And and do it in a way that makes them accountable. I mean, yes, they don't have any accountability now, so you have to do it with accountability. You have to have a guy who's in charge. He has to have a budget. He has to be fireable by the people of the United States, not a Congress or something. So make them elected officials. And if they run it crappy and not in the public interest, then they're going to lose their job. It's not that complicated. And but yeah, we should be able to have some of these services provided by some sort of we the people instrument of collective organization. And you can't expect it from most charities. You can't expect them to do this non-profit thing, because most of them were established by wealthy capitalists who probably have some sort of mandate in the charter, that obliges the foundation for its existence never to do anything that might, disparage the ability of tyrants and moguls and emperors to own our economy. Because this is just bullshit. We deserve so much better than this. We can have so much better than this. And a lot of it just requires people to just put up their hand and say, yeah, I want better. I mean, it really isn't that hard to do. But no, instead we'll get driven, we'll be stomped, just grease under the foot of the evil empire of, corporate interest that's always going to serve the lowest and broadest common denominator. They're always going to give you, garbage content. They're always going to feed you a sloppy gruel that most people can find palatable. They have to eat it. But you're never going to have anything that means anything. Anything of any real value will be destroyed because they can't tack their crappy little cartoon commercials onto it and have them work.